Your graphics card can draw 1,000,000 points in less than a millisecond. It's that fast. So why does your browser choke the second you try? Here's the twist. It's not the GPU that's slow. It's your code, quietly interrupting it 1,000,000 times a second. Let's start with the obvious way, the way almost everyone tries first. You've got 1,000,000 points. You grab a canvas. You write a loop. For each point, draw a tiny rectangle. Fill rect. Next point. Fill rect. 1,000,000 times. It's clean. It's readable. It makes total sense. And it completely destroys your browser. 4 frames a second. The fan spins up. The page won't even scroll. So here's the real question, and it's not the one you'd expect. The question isn't, how do I draw 1,000,000 points fast? It's, why is the obvious way this catastrophically slow? Because here's the constraint we're living inside for the rest of this video. 60 frames a second isn't a speed. It's a deadline. You get 16.6 milliseconds per frame. That's it. And the browser steals part of that just to do its own job. Layout. Compositing. So realistically, you've got about 10 milliseconds to draw everything. Miss it even once, and the user sees it. That's the stutter. So the whole game is this. Fit 1,000,000 points inside a 10 millisecond box. The naive loop doesn't miss the box by a little. It misses it by 100 times over. Here's the thing nobody tells you when you learn to code. The CPU and the GPU are two completely separate machines. Your JavaScript runs on the CPU. The drawing happens on the GPU, and between them, there's a wire. Every time your code says draw this thing, that's a message sent across that wire. We call it a draw call. And a draw call is expensive. Not because of what it draws, but because of the round trip. Let me give you an analogy. Imagine ordering 1,000,000 items from a warehouse, but you can only order one at a time, and each order is a separate phone call. Dial. 1 point. Hang up. Dial. 1 point. Hang up. 1,000,000 phone calls. That's what fill rect in a loop is really doing. 1,000,000 tiny conversations. The warehouse, the GPU, is sitting there, bored, waiting on the phone. So the bottleneck was never the drawing. It was the talking. Now, here's the fix. And it's beautifully simple. What if you didn't make 1,000,000 calls? What if you handed the GPU the entire list of points? All at once, in one message. One draw call for all 1,000,000 points. That's it. That's the core trick. You stop interrupting the GPU. You give it everything up front. And then you get out of the way. The GPU does what it's been ready to do the whole time. And it does it. In under a millisecond. But wait, how do you send 1,000,000 points in a single message? That's the interesting part. What's really happening? First one, and this breaks most people's mental model. You don't send the points every frame. You send them once. You upload all 1,000,000 points into the GPU's own memory. We call that a buffer. And then they just live there, on the graphics card. Every frame after that, your CPU sends a command that's basically 3 bytes long. Go. Most developers picture points streaming to the screen 60 times a second. They aren't. They uploaded once, and then they stayed put. Second thing, and this is where the speed actually comes from. When your CPU draws 1,000,000 points, it loops. 1. Then the next. Then the next. One at a time. The GPU does not loop. A GPU has thousands of little cores, and they all work at the same time. So it doesn't process point 1, then point 2. It processes thousands of points in the same instant, in parallel. A CPU is a genius doing one thing at a time. A GPU is 1,000 interns doing one simple thing all at once. For drawing 1,000,000 identical points, you want the interns. Third thing, and this one's genuinely counterintuitive. To make JavaScript fast here, you have to write code that never creates any objects. Here's the trap. If you store each point as a little object, curly brace, x, y, you're creating 1,000,000 objects. And in JavaScript, objects get cleaned up automatically by the garbage collector. Sounds helpful, right? It's the thing that ruins everything. Because when the garbage collector kicks in, it pauses your code, mid-animation. And that pause blows right through your 10 millisecond budget. One stutter. Right there. From memory you didn't even know you were creating. So high-performance rendering code allocates 0 memory per frame. Instead of 1,000,000 point objects, you use one flat array of raw numbers. A float 32 array. X, Y, X, Y, X, Y, packed together as plain bytes. And here's the wild part. The point as a thing in your code, it disappears. There's no point object anymore. There's just an offset. A position in a strip of bytes that the GPU reads directly. Fourth, the timing. You might think you control when the screen redraws. You don't. Your monitor refreshes on its own rhythm, 60 times a second like a heartbeat. So instead of drawing whenever you feel like it, you ask the browser to tell you. That's requestAnimationFrame. You're basically saying, hey browser, next time you're about to paint the screen, wake me up. And the browser lines your drawing up perfectly with that heartbeat. No wasted frames. The browser isn't your obstacle here, it's your conductor. Okay, now the insight that flips everything you just learned. You'd think the smart move is to draw fewer points, right? Figure out which ones are off-screen. Skip them. Be clever. That's called culling. And here, it usually makes things slower. Because all that checking, all that being smart, it happens on the CPU, the slow one. Meanwhile, the GPU could have just drawn all million points, including the invisible ones, and finished before the CPU was even done thinking. Let that land. Doing more work is faster, because of where the work happens. The fastest algorithm here is the one that does the least thinking. Now, I'm not saying webgl is always the answer. Let's be honest about the trade-offs. If you're drawing a few hundred shapes, Canvas 2D is perfectly fine. It's simpler. Less code. Use it. The GPU approach only pays off when the numbers get big. Data visualization. Maps with millions of markers. Particle systems. Simulations. Games. And there's a catch even then. Once you solve draw calls, a new bottleneck shows up. Overdraw. If your points are see-through and they overlap, the GPU has to paint the same pixel over and over, blending each layer. Now it's not the number of points that hurts you. It's the number of times you touch each pixel. Solve one bottleneck, and the next one's already waiting. That's performance work in a nutshell. It's not a finish line. It's a game of whack-a-mole with physics. So here's the whole thing in one sentence. Speed didn't come from doing more. It came from interrupting the GPU less. Upload once. One draw call. Never allocate. Let 1,000 cores work at the same time. And let the browser tell you when to paint. That's how a browser draws 1,000,000 points at 60 frames a second. Not with brute strength, with restraint. But here's where it gets interesting. There's a newer technology called webgl, and it changes the rules again. It lets the GPU issue its own draw commands, which means it can cut the CPU almost entirely out of the loop. So I'll leave you with this. If the whole trick was getting the CPU to stop talking, and webgl lets us remove it from the conversation completely, are we about to stop writing render loops altogether? Drop your take in the comments. I read them. If this rewired how you think about rendering, the subscribe button's right there. There's a lot more where this came from. See you in the next one.